If you're asking me on a date, you're taking the risk to be like, I'm gonna see if she messes with me on this level to continue dating with her and talking to her. And it's if I don't mess with you, it shouldn't be a oh my
Yeah.
god, I'm scared of what
There
you're gonna
shouldn't even
do.
be a fear. Yeah,
Or
you
you
should
shouldn't
go
have
into that
spent
with the
that
same
money
thing.
because you're here to you're asking me out. You're trying to court me. So I don't feel like I'd finish the date. I don't know.
Nah,
about-
nah,
I
just
would
nah.
finish the
Because
date.
my dad
He's
just
gonna take
raised
me
me
home.
that people are crazy, and my whole thing is I'm like I try to take accountability for myself. So I be thinking, what could you say to me first? So if I'm sitting there thinking that I could be mid bite, and I'll be like, you know what? Just so that you can't say I ate the food, even if that I'll cash app you. Matter of fact, I'll leave a 20 on the table just so you can't come back to me. That's what I would leave. But I also think there shouldn't be that fear. I wish that I could stay there, but the whole time in the back of my head, I'm just thinking, I don't know, man. Like
Because what are you really thinking? Like what are you thinking?
You know you
yeah,
don't.
you don't like
And
it's
you're
like in the
letting him
middle of the
order
day.
more and
Yeah.
more and more.
He's saying all types of stuff where it's like I
See, but
immediately
there's a
know.
difference because if I'm ordering it, then it's on me. If I'm ordering all this expensive stuff and I want the $200 steak and I want the rice that costs $70, then that's on me. But if you're the one that's wanting to impress me, that's on you. I don't feel like
Yeah,
there
but you
should
know that
be.
going in, I'm sorry to cut you off. You know he's trying to impress you. You're at Maestro's. You're not at Applebee's. You're
Yeah,
not
I'm
at
not gonna let a
Again,
man spin all
Fridays.
over.
again, I feel like that's him. He's taking the risk.
No, yeah, I think men
But you're
should
also
take that
signing up.
but you're signing up.
alone.
I'm not saying you should date these men personally.
Yeah.
I always wonder when you guys say this, what happens to the communication before you get to the actual date? Because you guys make it sound like this guy showed up and now he's just big bad monster. But weren't you guys sexting? Weren't you guys like getting to know each other? Weren't you guys communicating ahead of time before you got to the date?
I don't think I'd be sexting before the
Yeah.
first date.
That part.
You a lie.
I swear.
Well, I think he's a lame, so she wouldn't. But what I would say is, let's.
You're saying that we should be like date let me ask you a question. Are you saying that we should be afraid of like what he might think after or
We're not afraid, but you have to take some type of accountability for the fact of leading a man on without any proper expectations being set. So if you tell this man, or whether the man got it or not, right? Men care about their investments, whether it's a person or a business, right? So once you have a man now, he's starting to invest in you. He cares about his investment, and you are a part of that,
But
right?
investment takes risk, and that's what she's saying.
Yeah,
is
but
that you should
Yeah, but men are tired of being taken advantage of. That's the biggest thing. Like most men know they've been on many dates, and 99% of the time, the women just were there for free food or because they had nothing to do on that Saturday evening, right? Most men know most of the women don't call them back, they ghost them. Most men know the women don't like them like that. She may go with him out for 3 times, 3 dates. And then she's gonna be like, "Oh, I don't feel like this is going anywhere." Like, bitch, you should have known the first time that this was never gonna go anywhere because there is nothing I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna do to make you like me. You either like me the first time or you don't. So what men decided to do is like, I'm not doing these expensive dinner dates anymore because they want you to take all the risk up front. Take me to an expensive date. Don't fear that I'm gonna use you. And so what if I use you? It's just a dinner date. It's like, okay, you pay for it, right? But they don't want to pay for it. And then when men suggest let's go for coffee dates, they don't want that either. They call you broke.
understand the risk of I might ball out, meaning you as a man should make a decision. I'm willing to max out $600 no matter what. If she walks away and says, fuck you, I'm willing to invest the same way you would if you
Yes.
invested in a property. Therefore, we shouldn't have
$600?
that expectation. So if it is an investment, then it's
Do you guys think
There's a return on investment on a property. The same women who don't want to be considered property are saying men should invest in them like as if they're property. There's return on investment when a man buys a property. There's no return on investment on you on paying an expensive $600 dinner date when you're going to ghost me. And then when I don't do it, you're going to call me broke and dusty.
that men don't get mad when they take risk and lose on the properties?
absolutely.
So there's reactions no
Well,
matter.
you should take accountability to that too.
No, what I'm trying to say is that you have to understand that there's a reaction no matter the risk. There's a reaction if I risk my money in stocks. There's a reaction if I risk my money in a date, on a date, in real estate. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna react. You might not see the reaction. A man might crawl up in a ball or crawl up in a room and just start swinging at the air, right? Like, I can't believe I just lost this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I actually just watched the man lose $20,000 in the stocks like 2-3 weeks ago, and I was like, "You all right?"
Yeah.
You all right? And he did it because he had a daughter. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, I want to, whatever. moral of the story is men have reactions when they take risks. We understand it's a risk, but that does not mean that when we lose, we just smile like, all right, fuck it, I just lost.
Yeah, nah. You,
So like, so what happens is when you don't set these proper expectations, if you told this man this, hey, listen, you want to take me out to Mastro's, right? I just want to let you know, as of right now, I'm not really feeling you, right? Or I'm really not that attracted, or I don't feel like our chemistry is there. Find a way to package it up and allow him to know that he's not going there with expectations that he's already winning, right? Allow him to go in there from a losing expectation, like, well, maybe I could win her over. See, the thing is, when you say yes to a man, if he gets on this high horse and he starts floating, right? And now he's in la la land in this big bubble. And then when you tell him, hey, I'm going to Uber home, I don't want you to bring me home, you just popped it.
Facts, but the thing is, they can never tell a man up front that, hey, listen, I don't really feel you like that. I don't like the fact that you're just 5'8", you're not 6 feet. I don't like the fact that you're bald, right? I usually like men with hair. I don't like the fact that, you drive a Toyota Camry. They can never tell a man up front those things. Why? Because they want to use him for the free food. Because they know if they say those things, 99% chance the man will be like, you know what? I might as well save my $200 for the dinner date. You know what? I might as well just order my McDonald's and some wings and watch a movie at home rather than taking out a woman who doesn't like me like that. So majority of women are never gonna tell you that they don't like you. No, they will tell you after they eat the food. They will tell you after you pay for the food. Oh, thank you for taking me out, but I don't think it's not gonna go anywhere. Majority of women know they like you or not from the first time you ask for their number. From the first time they agree to go on a date with you, they already know. That's why they require some guys to take them on dinner dates, and then that's why they can let their cheeks clap by some guys who never even take them on dates. So they know. But they're never going to reveal that to you, because if they reveal the truth to you, they know most guys will bail out.
And now it's like, and he doesn't even know, like, he's almost like, most guys would love to be like, well, she told me she didn't like me midway through the date. We wouldn't fear that. It'd be like, hey, listen, this date is not going the way I would plan. I thought it might help. Honestly, I'm not that attracted to you. I don't feel like our chemistry is really there. You're in a public place, so you are safe. And you're like, we can continue to finish this date, or I can leave now. How would you like to go about it? That man would be like, all right, you know what? 9 times out of 10, he'd be like, let's finish it.
But that's because he's trying again. He's trying.
No, I feel like a man knows when to chalk. Some men are not going to stop, right? But some men will be like, yo, all right, I'm going to just chalk it up, but we're already here. And honestly, he's probably going to really like you. He's not going to lie. He'll be like, damn, she was honest with me. So he's going to try harder. But when you just leave a man up and like, because men start to become delusional too. Mm-hmm. So now this man is
the land of Delulu.
What? She just ordered 3 drinks. Hey, bro, she trying to get drunk. Bro, we lit.
That's the dangerous territory for girls, and that's why I tell girls, like, bro, do not go into these dates with these men talking about, so I'm gonna go out and get a free meal, because, like, bro, you're wasting somebody's time and money. Like, you need to be very upfront and communicate. Like, going and doing things like that with no intentions or feelings and like running it up. It's like, that's what women don't think about, is that perspective of like, you're really playing with a man's money and a man's ego, and I don't want to like, I don't want to be on the other end of that. So I think women definitely.
Yeah, but you just said men should take you on $600 dinner dates. So what is it? You just said men should just invest and they shouldn't fear risk. What is she talking about? You cannot say at one point, oh, men should just take me on expensive dinner dates and don't care if I don't call them back or if I ghost them. And now you're trying to pretend like you understand where men are coming from. The truth is, they don't like the fact that men are waking up. The truth is, they don't like the fact that men know that majority of them are going to use them. So what are men doing? They don't like the fact that majority of men have stopped doing dates, because they complain. Oh, men these days, they're not gentlemen. They don't want to take us on dates. They just want to invite us over. Oh, men these days, they don't want to do dinner dates. They just want to do drinks and coffee, and they walk in the park. They hate the fact that men are waking up and men are finding ways. Because remember, men are problem solvers. So if a man does something over and over and over again and doesn't give him the results, most men are going to see, okay, I've been doing dinner dates and they don't. And then the man will sit down, do the math. He has been spending thousands and thousands of dollars on dinner dates. You know, I'm talking about over like maybe 10, 15 years of doing dinner dates, and they lead nowhere. A smart man is going to be like, you know what? from now on, I'm just gonna do coffee dates or walk in the park. If she says dinner date, she's not the one for me. So women hate the fact that men are finding ways to stop being used.
Definitely need to take more accountability of just speaking up and saying their feelings, but men should also take that responsibility, not risk that, hey, I'm willing to do this,
Mhm.
either or.
And women also got to understand they're not the only ones playing that game. So if that man, there's no,
It's crazy for a man to try to use a woman for a free meal. Like, what are you
Why
doing?
is that? Well,
What are you
it,
doing?
why is that crazy? We both eat.
Yeah. My whole thing is just, again, I say it to the women, but it's just like, if you don't have money and you're broke, you should not be dating.
No,
You
no.
shouldn't be trying to sign up.
I'm talking about being hungry.
It goes back to shaming men. If a man doesn't want to spend $600 on a date, doesn't want to spend $200 dinner date, they call you broke. They immediately go, if you're broke, just say that. If you're broke, don't date. If you can't afford me, don't date. It's like, are you trying to get to know me, or you just want me to feed you? But as soon as a man figures out that, hey, I'm tired of being used for free dinner dates, or you're broke, it always goes back to shaming men.
I'm talking about.
Then we could be
Yeah.
friends, and I will buy you a meal as my friend. Why are we on a date? You're in no position to be in a relationship.
But I'm in no position to be in a relationship that we're going to be 50-50 in, that we're going to be equals in.
Well, I wouldn't be in that dynamic.
You don't want to be an equal with your partner.
I want to be equal with my partner, but I feel like my philosophies I have for myself, I have for my partner. So my philosophy for myself is I need to be able to provide for myself before I join lives with somebody else. If you're in a position where you cannot afford to eat, I will help you as a friend, but that means that you shouldn't be in a predicament to.
But
to
that's not
date.
what I'm saying, because
He can provide for his meals. He just doesn't want to provide for you. So you see what she did? She wants to be equal, but not equal in terms of providing and paying for meals. No, she wants to be equal with you in everything else. But when it comes to the check, when it comes to the bill, she wants you to pay.
able to provide for myself because I showed up to the date alive. Okay, so I've clearly been eating.
This sounds like there's some deeper problems.
No, it's not a deep problem. I'm asking you a serious question because it's okay for us to spend money on y'all, right?
Mhm.
But y'all don't want to spend money on us sometimes.
Well, not sometimes. It depends.
All the time.
It's well, number one, again, the men normally spend money on the women because you're the one asking. So that's where that comes in. If I'm
Why
asking
aren't you asking?
I don't want to.
That's cap. Women be like, when are we gonna go on a date? That's your way of asking. If you ask when are we gonna go on a date, or
I
have
don't
to
say
go on
that.
a date, or hey, before we do this, I have whatever fantasy rule that you made up in your own brain of
I'm not a
2,
fan
3
of
dates.
that. I'm not a
But
fan
I'm just
of
saying it's happening. So
Yeah.
like women are, subconsciously asking for dates, just like they subconsciously ask for marriage.
Mhm.
Oh, I want a ring before this happened. Oh, I want to get married. I want to be married by this age. And niggas looking at her like, damn, you just really asked me to marry you without really asking. So they do all of this like beating around the bush ways of asking.
While saying they're direct.
Yeah, while saying they're direct. Yeah. You should have known because I told you 17 hints.
Well, yeah, no, you should be direct. But again, this is why you have these conversations in the beginning of like, if we both went into this dynamic with marriage in mind, and now 7 years has gone by, you knew that this is what I wanted, and we're having that conversation, and it's like, hey, I was wondering by this. It's like, well, that's
Well, why don't you,
you
just
guys
take the
already had
initiative
that.
then?
Mm-hmm.
Take initiative to propose.
She already said she's not even asking a man for a date.
Yeah.
So she's not her saying, not proposal, but her saying changing up her whole script is not going to happen. She's not even asking a man for a date. She's not asking a man for food. He's got to be able to provide, not shelter or anything, because I can take care of myself. So I'm saying, like, why isn't it we both go in this 50-50? And I'm not
They
saying we got to
don't-
split
they
the
don't
check,
want
but
it.
like, you get a date, I get a date, something like
I
that.
think once you're in a relationship, I can.
We have to
understand.
get to the relationship.
No.
So they want the man to invest up front while they just sit back. So let me, the princess, the queen of Zamunda, eat all your free food, and once we get in a relationship, then maybe I'll buy you an ice cream. So you invest. Don't fear losing out. Don't fear me ghosting you. Just keep investing. Just keep paying for all these expensive dinner dates. Just keep doing everything that I want you to do to impress me, the queen of Zamunda. Then at some point, if we get in a relationship, at some point, because remember, it's not guaranteed, right? At some point when you get in a relationship, I might just buy you an ice cream just to show. I might buy you a chocolate. I might buy you a Domino's pizza just to show you that I care as well.
You come in and you attempt to date me and I'm paying for everything. Why do I want to be in a relationship with you? I don't want to provide for you. You're not a child.
Or are you?
I mean, I guess it just depends because like I
just
think and
depends.
agree that it's okay for a girl to pick up the tab for a guy that she likes to show him of like, hey, I'm here too. Like my dad like taught me that of like, yo, like you and your boyfriend, you once in a while surprise him that like you
Once
know
in a while.
Surprise him.
Once
Yeah,
in
like,
a
you
while,
guys can-
surprise him is
Once
crazy.
it's
yeah, and
crazy.
in the sense of like that from the perspective of a man who's always paying and never because there are some men who will not let a woman pay. Like they be going out their way, they be mailing you checks back to your house. Absolutely not. I'm paying for this date. So it's just like some of them it's like, all right, they won't take it. But it's like if a man will, it's like, okay, like that's a nice thing. But
Why? Okay. And audience, you guys can answer this question too because I haven't understand it. Why should a woman show that she's capable of doing things if she's going to remove the things that she's shown that she's capable to do when she dates the man?
well, you'd only be removing it based
Why
upon
should
what are
she
the
remove
agreements.
The things.
Yeah, like
I
you
don't
go out to
understand.
dates now, right? With your friends.
Yeah.
You split the bill.
Mhm.
Okay. So you
Sorry, you like your friends too, right?
Yeah, but my friends aren't trying to fuck me.
Okay, so it's the sex then.
that's the only difference.
I mean, yeah, I think with exclusivity
there's-
to your body, there should be some type of
So you would give
differentiation.
more-
So they're selling coochie, in other words. Just say it. Just say you want men to pay for the coochie. That's all.
Or to your friends in terms of monetary value. Than
No,
you
no,
would
no,
give
no,
to
no,
a
no, no, no,
relationship?
no. I
Yeah.
would pay money for dates with my friends, and I would pay money for dates again with my boyfriend. But in the courting period, if a man is trying to tell me of, hey, I want to date you, I think during that period, you should then pay. After that, cool. Again, I'm saying I'm okay even in that period if I really like you.
She's
of
lying.
if I have an idea for a date, I'll pay. That's normally my philosophy. Meaning, if I
She's
say
lying.
I want to go rock climbing and it costs $120 to go rock climbing,
She's not gonna
I
pay
will
for
come
that.
to that date with $120 and I wouldn't expect you to pay because it was my idea. I'm asking you. But I think
Yeah, but you're coming with a portion for yourself. You're not coming with a portion for you and for him. You guys heard that, right? She's coming for the portion with herself. And mind you, whatever she's saying, that's why I'm saying she's lying. Because if you let her pay, that's the last time you're ever going to see her. She's just going to say, you're broke. How could you let me go 50-50? I want to provide a man. That's the same thing they do all the time.
if the guy who most of the time is the one putting it together, then that's how it would be.
All right, my question is essentially women like yourself want to be able to pay for their own ways as an adult. Correct?
Yeah.
Now, that means you have to work or you have to find a way to get money on a weekly, daily, monthly basis. Right? You're 26 years old, so let's just say you've been getting funds since you were 18, hypothetically. So for 8 years, you've proven to be a capable woman, adulting woman, or a woman that's able to adult, right?
Mhm.
Now, the second a man comes in, whatever you've been doing, you are now removed those responsibilities from yourself, and he takes over those responsibilities. So the question that I have is, what was the purpose of even showing that you can do it or proving to yourself that you can do it when you ultimately are not trying to do that?
Forever.
Instead
yeah,
of
good question.
maybe trying to study for 8 years on how to get the man that's going to do what you want him to do versus you figuring out how to adult just so you can not adult.
I mean, I think you should figure out how to adult to just survive regardless of
Until you find a
who
rich
you want to
man.
date. You have to just know how to take care of yourself. Because even if you're in a relationship and something happens to that person, it's like you need the skill set to be okay by yourself. So it's like if I'm a functioning adult, we get into a relationship. Me personally, I'm gonna proceed on doing those skills. The only time that dynamic changes is if a man takes over that financial responsibility and then might say, "Hey, I want you to stay home." And now I have a different list of responsibilities with that I'm trading my time for. But I feel like in the beginning, I don't know.
But very few women actually want to give up their careers. So let's say you find a woman and she's already a career woman working a job and things like that. She may want to stay home after she gives birth, after she's pregnant or when she's pregnant, and maybe the first 6 to a year of the kid. But as soon as the kid can go to daycare, they're going to want you to pay for the daycare, and then she's going to want to go back to work. And remember, when she goes to work, they still want to work. But that doesn't mean they want to contribute to paying the bills in the house. No, they want to work, save their money, but they still want you to pay for 100% of the bills. And remember, you cannot also expect her to come home and make a meal for you, because she's going to be like, I was at work, I'm tired. How can you expect me to cook for you? But at the same time, she wants you to pay all the bills. So men are looking at this and doing the math. Is this deal worth it? Is this the deal I want to do for the rest of my life? That's why men are opting out of dating and marriage.